Are you looking for the best Android phones? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best Android phones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Google Pixel 10. Screen, 6.3-inch, 1080p 120Hz OLED/processor. Tensor G5/cameras. 48 megapixel f/1.7 main with OIS, 13 megapixel f/2.2 ultra-wide, 10.8 megapixel 5x telephoto with OIS, 10.5 megapixel selfie/battery, 4,970 mAh charging, 30W wired, 15W wireless, Qi 2/weather resistance rating, IP68. The Pixel 10 is Google's latest take on the just right Android phone that introduces a few notable upgrades. For $799, you get a sharp 6.3-inch OLED screen, the same Tensor G5 chip found in the pricier Pro version, and Qi 2 wireless charging with built-in magnets, no case required. The device is built to handle the day-to-day without a fuss, and the whole thing feels straightforward instead of flashy. Number 2. Google Pixel 9a. Screen, 6.3-inch, 1080p OLED, 120Hz/processor. Tensor G4/cameras, 48 megapixel f/1.7 with OIS, 13 megapixel ultra-wide, 13 megapixel selfie/battery. 5,100 mAh/charging, 23W wired, 7.5W wireless/weather resistance rating, IP68. The budget-friendly Pixel 9a nails the essentials, offering a bright 6.3-inch OLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, IP68 water and dust resistance, wireless charging, and Google's 4th-gen Tensor G4 chipset. It's dependable and polished, with steady performance and a battery that lasts all day, even with the always-on display enabled. Overall, it delivers fantastic value for $499. Especially given it's set to receive 7 years of OS updates, and stands head and shoulders above the other inexpensive options we've recently tested. Number 3. Samsung Galaxy S25. Screen, 6.2-inch 1080p 120Hz OLED/processor. Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite/cameras. 50 megapixel main with OIS, 12 megapixel ultra-wide, 10 megapixel 3x telephoto with OIS, 12 megapixel selfie/battery, 4,000 mAh/charging, 25W wired, 15W wireless, Qi 2 ready/weather resistance rating, IP68. Most people like a big phone, and I get that. I do. If you want a big Android phone, you have plenty of options in front of you. But some of us like a smaller phone, something that, kind of, fits in your pocket, or feels more comfortable in your hand. For us, there is but one option on Android: the Samsung Galaxy S25. That's the regular S25, not the Plus, which is a fine big phone. But the standard S25 is basically the last of its kind. A full-featured phone with a 6.2-inch screen. It's not small, but it's not huge, and we'll have to take what we can get. And it's a darn good phone that keeps up with the bigger devices in all the important ways. The battery goes all day, it comes with plenty of RAM, and it even has a real telephoto lens. Not something you get on a basic 6.1-inch phone on, say, iOS. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. Screen, 6.7-inch 1440p 120Hz LTPO OLED/processor. Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite/cameras. 200 megapixel f/1.7 main camera with OIS, 12 megapixel f/2.2 ultra-wide, 12 megapixel f/2.2 selfie/battery, 3,900 mAh/charging, 25W wired, 15W wireless, Qi 2 ready/weather resistance rating, IP68. Big phones have a tendency to, well, look and feel big. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge, on the other hand, is different. Thanks to its slim, lightweight design, the device provides a welcome reprieve from the countless chunky, heavy alternatives. It's thinner and lighter than the Galaxy S25 Plus, making it the big phone you can actually slide into your pocket or evening bag without it protruding out. So, what's the catch? The S25 Edge's battery life is fine. Not great, not terrible, but somewhere straight down the middle. To be fair, it held up admirably during a particularly strenuous workday, one complete with hours of screen time, mobile hotspotting, and live blogging, making it to bedtime with battery to spare. It also lacks a dedicated telephoto lens, though it does feature the same 200-megapixel main camera found in the S25 Ultra. Number 5. OnePlus 15. Screen, 6.78-inch 1272p 165Hz LTPO OLED/processor. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5/ cameras. 50-megapixel f/1.8 main with OIS. 50-megapixel f/2.8 telephoto with OIS. 50-megapixel f/2.0 ultra-wide. 32-megapixel selfie/battery. 7,300 mAh/charging. 80W wired. 50W wireless/weather resistance rating. IP68 and IP69K. The OnePlus 15 takes the never worry about charging ethos of its predecessor and cranks it up a notch. Its massive 7,300 mAh silicon carbon battery comfortably delivers 2 days of real-world use, and that's with every power-draining feature enabled, including the always-on display. You don't have to baby it to get the best possible battery life, either. If you do need a quick top-off, the included 80W wired charger and patented USB-C cable can provide you with a full day of battery life in just 20-ish minutes of charging. It's not available in the US yet, but it is available for pre-order, with shipments expected to begin in January 2026.